G'day, welcome back. Today we're going to look at the overhand Matador. So I'm going to show you the technique and then we're going to get stuck straight into the challenge. So with the overhand Matador, you're going to bring your hands and your wrists sort of crossed over a little bit. And as you come from one side to the other, coming across the body, the Matador is a 2-beat pattern. So as that rope hits the ground, you're going to unlock your wrists, bring the top hand around so it replaces the other one as the bottom. The rope will hit the ground and then you'll go across to the other side of the body, bring this overhand to the other side, rope hits the ground, you unlock the wrists, bottom hand comes over onto the top, and then we go across to the other side. So I'll show you what that looks like. As I'm here, I come over to this side, I unlock, I lock, and then that gives me permission to go back over to the other side. Same thing on this side, as that rope hits the ground, I unlock, lock, back over to this side, rope hits the ground, unlock, lock. So now I'll show you what that looks like in motion. So we're here, we come over to this side, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, unlock, lock, unlock, lock, bringing that rope across the front of the body. Now I'll show you from a side-on view so you can see it that way as well. So this top hand comes over, as the rope hits the ground there, I unlock, lock, and then I go over to the other side of the body there in this pattern here. So that's your overhand Matador. Now you can pause that video and practice that if you want before the challenge, but we're going to get stuck straight into it. So stick the timer on. Straight into our overhand Matador. So 2 hands to begin with, and changing the feet. So finding some rhythm on each side with the right foot forwards, and then switching to the left foot forwards. As you do this Matador from side to side, just finding that rocking motion from the front foot to the back foot on that 45-degree angle. Switching stance. And to show you from a side view, now practicing the single hand from the other day for a brief moment. Going to the left hand, so we're going to move through a few different positions here and go back to that Matador again. So getting used to being able to transition the rope from one hand to both hands, and also using the Matador as well. Now putting the race and chase in there as well. Matador, single hand, and back to that Matador again. Switching the stances. Looking at single leg balance as well as we do these Matadors. Seeing where you can find a nice bit of balance on one leg before switching sides. Switching to the left hand, switching to the right hand. Both hands, race and chase, switching that stance. remembering to practice both hands on top. So right hand on top and also left hand on top. Propeller back to the Matador. Propeller in the other direction, back to your Matador again, and still switching stance. Propeller, Matador. Propeller in the opposite direction, back to that overhand Matador. Switching to a race and chase, Matador on each side, and back to a race and chase again. Now we're going to look at that head position. So starting to look around, maybe looking to the left as I do that Matador, and then looking to the right on the opposite side. As you go for the second beat on each side, really following the rope around before turning the head back. Really challenging that balance on that one, because you have to turn from left to right a lot quicker. 1, 2, 1, 2. Head straight again. Now looking in an upward direction, getting a bit of spinal extension. Holding on the left, holding on the right. And then switching direction for you here again. So you can see, got looking to the left for 2 beats, and then looking for the right for 2 beats. Remembering to switch that stance as well. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just nice, easy rocking motion through those legs. Now switching back to that single hand again for a moment. On the right, switching on the left, and then back to your race and chase, practicing that on the overhand. Now propeller to the left, practice your underhand race and chase, switching the legs, propeller to the right, and then back to your starting position. Back to the Matadors. 1, 2, 1, 2. The overhand Matador is a really nice pattern. It's nice and rhythmic from side to side. And now finding the eyes closing down, finding your balance there, switching the legs with those eyes closed, just practicing this overhand Matador. Looking to the left a little bit as you change to the left, and also looking to the right on the right side. 1, 2. Seeing if you can find some single leg balance on the right side, and then single leg balance on the left leg. Back to your two legs. Switching stances. Eyes still closed. Now maybe speeding that Matador up a little bit. Seeing if you can keep that nice tension through the rope without hitting yourself. Maybe bringing the eyes open again, just to make sure you're in the right position. Slowing that Matador down again, nice and slow. Then speeding it up again. 1, 2, 1, 2, switching stance. Seeing how fast you can go with that Matador, or how slow, slowing it down again. Finding those different tempos. Maybe closing the eyes again, feeling that rope through the body. Switching stances, opening the eyes back up again. Pausing on the back leg, rocking to the front leg, holding each position. And that's time for our 10-minute challenge. So just throwing in a few new variables with that overhand Matador, then also touching on some of the other days as well, and just really noticing how that movement feels through the wrists and the elbows. So I'll see you tomorrow on the underhand Matador. Have a good one.